Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. What's that, dude? It's cake frosting today. I got strawberry colored cake frosting. Anyway, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. Earth. I needed to kind of touch base about something with emails and how I deal with emails, because I had to clarify how this works, because I don't ignore emails, yet sometimes they slip through the cracks. And so I have a system, and this is my system. If you email me and you're someone struggling with drugs and alcohol, maybe depression, and it's you're top of the list, man, I'm gonna get back to you, dude, because I know how dire that situation can be, especially from my brothers and sisters struggling with alcoholism and drug addiction. So that's always gonna get my first priority. And then what I would say after that is, like, I live way up in the hills, so I don't have Wi-Fi connection, and I've got a spotty phone signal. And it's not the easiest connectivity-wise. That being said, if there's any sort of like picture attachment that you want me to check out, no telling. Because then it'll either come through and download, or it won't. And that means that it's going to be when I'm down on the hill. But usually when I'm off on the hill, man, I'm like in motion doing life stuff. And I have a child with me, and things are happening, man. And that's also what I would say is I do the medium of the YouTube. And so the medium of email involves typing, and I do everything on an iPhone. I don't even have a laptop. And you know how it is typing on an iPhone. It can be a pain in the butt. And so that kind of inhibits me sometimes. Like, I generally try to get to my emails first thing in the morning with my cup of coffee. But, you know, if the children get in there and start doing their thing, sometimes it just gets pushed to the side, man, you know? So that's the attachments. But sometimes I get pretty long emails, little novellas, and I'm cool with that. I get it, man. People are like, when people are reaching out, a lot of people on this channel who view this are isolated or quirky or alone or bullied. All sorts of unique human beings tune into this channel, and when they're reaching out for real. And I'm doing my very best to answer everything I can and when I can, and sometimes it just slips through the cracks. I'll flag my stuff, and I'll come back when I can, and then just life moves on, and next thing you know, an email that I intended to get back to the next day, it's 3 weeks later, and there's a whole new pile of emails, and I do my best to go back and get to them. Like, there's 2 emails from these parents who sent me advice. Like, I read them, I flagged them, and I've just never had a chance to get back and thank them for emailing me their experience and advice about raising a small child. And that's how it works. Is I do my very best, but you got to also realize is if you're on the other side, you're coming from a place of you. And on this side, like some days I get inundated with emails, and it's like, whoa. And it's rad, man. I super appreciate everybody reaching out and sending me positivity and thinking that I'm a worthwhile person to like download their problem to. And with that said, you know, it's some of the emails I get are pretty heavy, man. Like people telling me their stories. And that's a energetic thing. Like when you read an email where someone's telling you their story and there's a lot of like heaviness to it, like that's absorbing an energy, man. And it can be daunting sometimes. And then like I deal with my own like crazy head. Like sometimes like I'm depressed. It's just life's gnarly, man. And what am I gonna say? Sometimes what am I gonna say? So to all of you out there, if you think that I've ignored you, I haven't. I just haven't. It just hasn't fit in the thing properly. You know, it's funny. I got this email the other day, pretty like little bit passive aggressive about the whole thing, and like I understand, man. I get what it takes to reach out to someone, but I just wanted to make clear my sort of triage I do with these emails is if it's a code red, I'm on it, man, pretty quickly, like immediately, because I know how quick that window is. If you're suffering from addiction and alcoholism and you reached out, the window is pretty small to get back and reply, and I do that as quick as possible and set up a way to communicate. I do what I can do. And whoa, this person's driving so badly, but they're really old with dogs in their car. And yeah, I appreciate all the emails. They get me fired up. Most of them are just like, hey, right on. But the ones with attachments are a little bit more difficult because I have to go down and download them, and anything can happen when I get off the hill. So keep them coming, but don't get bummed if I'm slow to reply. Dude, sometimes it might be a month, and it's not for any other reason than logistics. Life's hectic. If you don't have a couple youngins running around and a wife and live up in some hill, like, yeah, I love living up there, but you know, it's got its limitations as far as this kind of thing goes. So with that said, I'm doing my very best, and that's that. It's the Illusion signing off.